also knowledge enhancement, research and development. We also look at creating linkages between key players in the industry, also investing in key sectors within the private sector, public sector, academia, as well as the communities. And also creating awareness of innovation. What is innovation and how can one go about innovating? The strength of Innovate Durban lies in the partnerships that we have formed over the years. So the Innovate Durban program was initially launched in 2014. And over the years, we've had a number of different stakeholders and organizations that have come on board to be part of this fantastic program. So as you can see, there's quite a few partners that have come on board. So eThekwini Municipality, what is our role in the Innovate Durban program? So we are the founding members of Innovate Durban. And as the municipality, our role is to create an enabling environment for innovation to thrive. At the moment, we see ourselves as being facilitators and coordinators of the Innovate Durban program, but also implementing key projects within the program. So the Innovation Challenge, and that is why we are all here today. The Innovation Challenge was kicked off in 2014. It is an annual program of Innovate Durban, and the purpose is to empower the youth to become more innovative and to contribute to society in a meaningful way. We see the youth as being part of the solution and trying to channel their creativity so that they can have a meaningful impact on society. The target for the Innovation Challenge is youth between the ages of 18 to 35 years old. In 2015, we tasked youth to develop solutions in response to challenges being faced within the eThekwini municipality. And we gave the youth approximately 5 challenges to look at. The challenges were water loss, that is a huge problem for the city. Also homelessness and drug abuse. There was an application that was developed through the challenge last year that looked at creating a database of homeless people in and around eThekwini. We also looked at the congestion at the Port of Durban as one of the key challenges. Also looking at skills development both internal and external to the municipality. And also we asked you to come up with an interactive system for the heritage museums. We just found that there was not enough traffic in and out of the heritage museums. So the key partners for the 2015 program, and I just feel it's important to highlight this just so that you have some background to the program. So last year, for the first time, we partnered with IBM, the International Labour Organization, the Sustainable Enterprise Development Facility, the Government of Flanders, Smart Exchange, the Black IT Forum, and Vodacom. And the theme for last year's program was Smarter eThekwini, and we've decided to keep the same theme for this year's program. Approximately 70 youth participated in the entire program last year, which was quite an achievement for us. The youth had quite a few incentives to participate. Some of them walked away with cash prizes. There was grant funding for them to start up their own businesses. Some of them received internship opportunities and other employment opportunities. There were smartphones, laptops, and iPads, and a few other prizes along the way. But I think most importantly is that the youth that participated, even those who did not receive any of these prizes, almost all of them walked away with some key takings from the entire program, in that they learned how to become problem solvers, they learned how to work in teams, they learned how to network with each other as youth, but also with other organizations. They also learned how to pitch and market their ideas to a wider audience, and they learned how to plan around businesses and how to formulate a business case or business plans. So there were huge successes from the program last year, and that is why we have decided to continue with this program and make it an annual program on the Innovate Durban calendar. We also are currently working with some of the youth that participated in the 2015 program in our aftercare program. So these youth, some are being incubated at Smart Exchange, Some are receiving additional mentoring and training services, and some are also have received internship opportunities at various institutions. So we are working with them one-on-one with the ILO, so Julie has been very helpful with that. And just trying to further grow and develop their ideas and their businesses. Because last year the challenges were around eThekwini municipality and the challenges that the city was facing, a number of the teams that participated in last year's program are currently working with the various units within the city, and the teams are trying to further develop and grow their ideas into something that the city can implement. This is a photo of the youth that participated at last year's hackathon. You can see them with our mayor and also the team from IBM, and then some of the other organizations that are present on the day. But this is mainly the youth that participated. I just have a quick video to show you. For those of you who were not part of the program last year, or who did not experience every aspect of it, I have a video to show you where we documented the entire process from the launch right till the end of the summit. So I just want to quickly share that with you.
On the 4th of March, the 2015 Youth Innovation Challenge was launched in South Africa. The Youth Innovation Challenge is an initiative of Innovate Durban, a partnership between the eThekwini municipality, IBM, the Sustainable Enterprise Development Facility, and the Government of Flanders.
The Innovate Durban project is really about partners getting together and promoting innovation in eThekwini. Because a lot of people have ideas, but most often those ideas are not taken through to become business ready and then taken to market.
IBM was approached to provide some technology to do what we call a hackathon. A hackathon is an opportunity for us to reach out and engage with people using technology.
All the participants met at the University of KwaZulu-Natal to be briefed on the topics that they must focus on during the hackathon.
The hackathon is basically a set of challenges we work with the municipality of eThekwini to define a set of topics that the students can drive innovative thoughts and be a thought leader and drive innovation through new technologies.
The participants, who competed as teams, had to come up with ideas to solve problems in one of 5 categories identified by the eThekwini municipality, namely water loss management, skills development and skills databases, port management, heritage museum awareness, and safer cities.
The teams are working away now, and we hope from the 5 challenges that eThekwini has put forward, we'll get a winning competition from that.
We are looking at creating jobs within eThekwini. We're also looking at getting the youth involved in their own businesses and to start thinking about these ideas.
I'm quite excited about the challenge. I'm feeling really good about it. I'm looking forward to the solutions that will come out of it.
Because it's different from college. This is actually like live. You actually in the mix.
What I want to get out of it is seeing a deliverable, something that addresses the problem at the end of the day.
On the 16th and 17th of July, participants attended the Youth Innovation Summit, where they had the opportunity to pitch their ideas to a panel of judges for a chance to walk away with cash prizes as well as support.
The 10 teams are going to be pitching their ideas to you.
It needs to be easy to use and understand, not technically complicated, and a relatively quick registration.
So, be wise and download Streetwise. You can save a drop, I can save a drop, and together we can save the world. The first place winner of the hackathon, Team Deep Blue.
This is about talent development and giving the local talent in the region an opportunity for personal development, for personal growth, and for job opportunities.
We cannot not take it further. I think part of the winning is that the goal and everything is geared towards sustainable changes and making things better for the youth that are involved.
This is one of the positive messages for the youth. Get out there, start your own business. become independent and become an entrepreneur.
The second phase of the competition is the Enterprise Challenge, where the youth will be asked to take their ideas, either ideas formed through the CodeFest or any other business idea, and transform it into a business case. And they will then be eligible for grant funding to develop their businesses. This then culminates in the Innovation Summit, which will take place in July. And the Innovation Summit is the conference component, and this is where we will be hosting the pitching den, where the youth from the CodeFest in their teams will be asked to pitch their ideas to the audience and a panel of judges. And then we will also be hosting the awards for the Youth Innovation Challenge at the summit. We will also be hosting, running an aftercare program for the group, the 2016 group of youth that will be participating. And this program will be for approximately 1 year, where we will be assisting them once again with providing them with incubation support, mentoring, training, business planning, and so on. The new element that we've included onto this year's program is the Oracle Alison Greenfield training, which is a schools program. We saw that there was really a need to develop kids at school and also to develop a pipeline of youth to participate in the 2017 and 2018 program. So Oracle will be running this training. We will be using a train-the-trainer model and training the trainers who will then train the students at various schools around the province and equipping them with Java skills. This will then get them ready to participate in the 2017 and 2018 programs. So it's quite an exciting program that we've got planned, especially for the first half of this year. So this year we have new partners that have come on board, and we're so grateful to be partnering with Oracle for the first time. So thank you for that partnership. Once again, we will be partnering with the Sustainable Enterprise Development Facility of the ILO and the Government of Flanders. Also, two new partners being Lifeco Unlimited, who are present here today, and also the Durban Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Our target, once again, is 100 youth between the ages of 18 to 35 years old. We would like to reach more, but the reason we have kept it to and targeting 100 is because we want to have a meaningful program, a program that will have impact on the lives of these youth, and we feel that working with a group of 100 is manageable. And also, like I mentioned earlier, we are looking at business challenges this year, and we will be hosting a workshop together with the Chamber and business leaders to find out what are the priorities that they want to put forward to the youth that participate in this program. Once again, there are many incentives for the youth to participate in this program. There are a number of prizes up for grabs. Oracle has sponsored the top 3 prizes for the winning teams at the CodeFest. The first prize being 50,000 Rand, the second prize being 25,000 Rand, and the third prize being 10,000 Rand. We also have introduced a new prize category, being the Social Impact Prize. And this has been sponsored by Lifeco Unlimited to the value of 15,000 Rand. The Enterprise Challenge, there is up to 250,000 Rand worth of grant funding for individuals who can then start up their own businesses. And this is from the Sustainable Enterprise Development Facility. Lifeco Unlimited has also offered a possible impact entrepreneurship prize to the value of 25,000 Rand and possible inclusion into their program for further development and support. And like I mentioned before, we will be continuing with an aftercare program where we'll be providing incubation services, mentoring, training, business development, and IP support through our partners Adams & Adams. Here are some key dates for the Youth Innovation Challenge 2016. The registrations for the CodeFest open on the 1st of Feb. The deadline being the 16th of March. The CodeFest is a 5-day program which we split into 2 parts. The first part on the 8th and 9th of April will be the prep training sessions for the CodeFest, which will then take place on the 21st to the 23rd of April. Thereafter, we will be hosting a business planning workshop to get individuals ready for the Enterprise Challenge. The Enterprise Challenge applications open on the 13th of May. The presentation for shortlisted applicants of the Enterprise Challenge will take place on the 27th of June. And we end off with the Innovation Summit in July, with the awards taking place on the last day of the summit. So it's an exciting, action-packed program that we have planned. Registration can be accessed via the Innovate Durban website. I'm sure all of you have seen this booklet. This is the information guide that we've handed out to everyone. So if you have youth that you work with, or you know of anyone that would be interested in participating in this program, please share this information with them. We will also be sending out the electronic copy of this to everyone who is here and the other youth organizations, as well as a poster and hard copy posters that we have available here that we would like for you to put up at your different institutions. So, oh yes, and one more thing, Innovate Durban is always looking for more partners. So if you feel that you would like to contribute to this program in any way, please feel free to approach us. We look for more partners to add to this program because we want to have a greater reach and ensure that we're having maximum impact to the youth that we are working with. So I really do hope more of you could come on board. Thank you once again to our partners, Oracle, the ILO, Government of Flanders, LifeCo, the Durban Chamber. We really appreciate the partnership this year, and I really do hope the rest of you enjoy the rest of the launch. Thank you.
This initiative is great for individuals and community, as well as the economy, as the Deputy Mayor had mentioned. Just a brief view of our organization. Oracle is a world digital transformation leader with best-of-breed functionality in a suite of cloud applications, software, hardware, and database.
Extending that to our colleagues from the Department of Economic Development in the province. Thank you, and once again to NYDA. So just through this event, we've got 3 very bold partners coming forward. But in addition to that, you know, I'm a product of the 1960s, so I'm somewhat technology challenged. But I was able to have a quick look at the tweets that went through this morning. So Richard, open data, I noted your intention to partner. I also picked up from Infotech circulating the note to people that would follow them. So Kanisa, Amanda, Janet, I also noted your tweets. So I'm not completely challenged. YGT also. So I think the opportunity for partnership is not necessarily only in financial resources. It's about circulating that message. And I'm sure that, and I note Ulrika's comments about social media, and I think it's important that we exploit that platform to get the message out. So the first thing was the aspect about partnerships. The second part of my closing remarks is about a challenge. So we meet just at the conclusion of the World Economic Forum, where the 4th Industrial Revolution was the focus, and much discussion is taking place there. So the challenge is that whilst we celebrate this Youth Innovation Challenge and the launch, I think to the broader team is to see how that we make this more mainstream, bring about innovation, and have a lot more discussions taking place. And I'll really challenge my team to put that onto the agenda. So in terms of benchmarking how we did last year compared to this year, it'd be interesting to know what was our reach in getting the message out last year. And we would like to see that particular message of this challenge going out a lot and increasing the number of people that get to know this event. So we've noted already as a strategy in terms of presentations at different institutions and the like. But I think it's important that we articulate the value proposition and young people are able to see value in this and take part. My third challenge is in response to to the questions being raised, particularly with access to markets. And I'm really delighted to see a number of captains of industry, but in particular I want to acknowledge the presence of Andres Capila. And I think Andres, through the Growth Coalition and other very important platforms that you have access to and forums, that we use some of these ideas and share that with business. Okay, so I think the city has provided a number of opportunities through the Durban Business Fair and other places, but clearly we need to find more electronic ways of being able to showcase some of these exciting ideas. So to the young man that asked that question, I think it's important that we acknowledge there's a need for us to exploit those opportunities that exist, even through the sister city relationships that we have. So then it brings me to my third point, and important for a launch of this nature to have the right people here. And you know, ladies and gentlemen, I must also acknowledge that we're coming to the end of our 5-year stage of local government and the political leadership that we have. Between May and August, we will see elections taking place. But I want to also use this platform to acknowledge our support for Deputy Mayor. Deputy Mayor has been the chair of the Economic Development and Planning Committee. But more importantly, Deputy Mayor, we want to recognize the support that you've given us on our initiatives, and your presence here this morning is a testimony of your confidence in what we're doing. So thank you so much for that. So I want to acknowledge Eric for giving us a quick glimpse of Durban. He rushed through the presentation. I hope you picked up something from that. Great, thank you for sharing those very important stories and for hopefully being a formal partner. But to our partners, Oracle, the Government of Flanders, thank you so much. Thank you for indicating your willingness to support it. I want to concur with Richard. Aurelia is certainly impressive. When he tweeted, he says, we're now going to be listening to the impressive Aurelia. So Aurelia, thank you so much for showing leadership, and also, more importantly, for being able to be the icon for this particular event, and also so that you can encourage a lot more of the young people. So to Vuyo and DK, your testimonies is indicative of the value of this particular challenge, and hopefully you become the poster persons. I don't know whether I refer to it correctly, but we want to see young people getting excited about it. So, but more importantly, I think for some of the older folk who can stay up late into the night, it'd be useful to be part of that 24-hour challenge. And I see Professor Kassim here, and she's been part of it. She can tell you what is what kind of medication you need to stay throughout the whole night. So, and then more importantly, to acknowledge the partnership with the Durban Chamber and Justice for leading today's proceedings. Thank you so much for that. This is the launch, and I trust that we will really take the message out. I'll try and find the technology that exists to see what kind of social media penetration we've had out of this. But I think, what is it? It's expected that all of you will be here. It wasn't just free breakfast, but for you to take the message out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very delighted to have the Government of Flanders as our partners, and we'd like to acknowledge them this morning. And we'll request Deputy Mayor if you could please make a presentation to representatives of the Government of Flanders, to Geraldine and Patrick. Please come forward.
Sponsors, representatives from industry and academic institutions, the ILO, and all partners, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Innovation has worldwide disrupted age-old hierarchies and beliefs. From Europe, where I come from, but I'm very happy that I now live in South Africa. Unfortunately in Pretoria, not in Durban, because after all the speeches that I've heard until now, I think this is really the city to be in South Africa. So from Europe to Southern Africa, we have witnessed how technology has converted the world into a global village in a very short time. The internet and technology have integrated the world across continents, regions, industries, thereby building and strengthening the interplay between government, industry, academia, and labor. We have seen the role technology, innovation, education and skills development played in Asia. It is a clear demonstration of innovation as a trigger for social inclusion. This can be replicated across Africa. Innovative ideas can be turned into products and services that create growth and jobs, whilst also reducing the reliance on natural resources to achieve economic development, for instance. The power of innovation is increasingly being recognized as a tool for fueling the economy, creating jobs, for protecting the environment, promoting sustainable development, and for reducing poverty. The Government of Flanders focuses on promoting sustainable, innovative, and competitive enterprises to create productive and decent jobs, especially amongst women, youth, and persons with disabilities. My government therefore supports the Sustainable Enterprise Development Facility, a program that speaks to promoting sustainable enterprises across priority sectors with high potential for job creation. The CDAP encourages businesses to make the transition from informal business practices to formal business compliance. It also aims to nurture a stronger culture of entrepreneurship among young men and women, to enable the environment for SMEs to grow and to stimulate innovation, entrepreneurship and sustainable enterprise development, which is of most relevance to today's event. I would like to take the opportunity to acknowledge the commitment of the eThekwini municipality in leading the Innovate Durban program since 2014, including running the Youth Innovation Challenge since last year. It is clear that the municipality is committed to promoting innovation within the city, given its role in economic processes and social services. The Government of Flanders is not only pleased, but very excited to support such initiatives, particularly given the collaborative energy in which this initiative has been launched, with a widened community of stakeholders joining us on these efforts. We look forward to continuing our journey with you and to see how the winning finalists go on to become role models for future generations. We encourage all of you to take the offer of support from our partner institutions, which is aimed at continuously improving your skills and knowledge and to make you better business people. It is through your and their efforts that we can look forward to a stronger future for South Africa. I wish you a very successful journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Georgie. Without taking much more time because we are running behind, I'd like to welcome to the stage Vuyo Shembe and DK Makonya to give us testimonials of how this challenge went on in 2015 and what we can expect for 2016. DK and Vuyo.
Good morning, everybody. Special greeting to members of Oracle, LiveCo, Times Media, Deputy Mayor, Government of Flanders, the ILO, and SEDF. Well, 2015 was an amazing year for me, thanks to Innovate Durban. The year started off, I was selling fat cokes and sweets on the streets of Durban, and by the time the year finished, I was occupying an office, a hot desk at Smart Exchange. So a lot of things changed since I came second in the Enterprise Challenge. Well, I'm here to just really explain how much of a great opportunity this program is, because there's such great minds out there, people who are even more skilled and who think on a higher capacity than I do, who are actually not here. We just said we need to bring them in here and get them to participate in such programs. So the first thing that I'd like to say is that hard work pays, patience, thinking creatively, and problem solving is what we need as the youth. And I also think that collaborating between the youth and the old could also be another way of tackling the challenges that we have in our municipality. I'm a Durban boy. I was born and bred in Durban. I love the city, and I'd like to see it become one of the greatest cities ever to be. I want Durban to even surpass New York and London. I'd like to see that, and I think it's such an initiative that we'll see such things happening because there's such great people, such great youth out there who have the ability to do great things. So I'll start with the hackathon. It started off for me on a bad note where I got mugged after the first day of participating. My laptop and my phone got stolen from me when I left Howard College, and then I was late for the second day, so I didn't have a team because now we grouped into many small teams. I didn't have a team, and finally I did get a team, and my team members were all not confident about the solutions that we had for the hackathon. So the team kept breaking. People didn't show up the following day, would give each other tasks to do, and the following day there'd be 2 people, and then 4 other new people. So till the final Friday, where we didn't really have a solution, but we did understand the problem, and we did manage to make a presentation. And fortunately, thanks to Innovate Durban and IBM and all the sponsors from last year, I was able to be consolidated with my phone, and I got to meet the mayor and won a laptop. And then with the enterprise challenge, I was very fortunate to pitch my idea, and I won second prize. And that's where the real change happened, because I got an opportunity to be incubated in a Smart Exchange, the Center of Excellence, which is a great environment for entrepreneurship. I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot, so it's a great opportunity, and I'd advise everyone here, the youth, to take this seriously and give it your best shot, because it can change your life. Thank you.
Involved, like Vuyo and many other participants in most of the challenges. And already I mentioned that they were going to give you posters and material to give away to other young people. And I wasn't really sure if I wanted to, at first, to be involved in this, but there was this nagging poster that's just in the entrance at tech. And I couldn't ignore it because every morning, whether I'm late or not, it was just expertise. Even if I didn't know how to save a file, there's expertise part of it. So I'm thinking, best case scenario, they could overlook the part that I'm in humanities. The most I'm in the arts. That's far from IT. Best case scenario, that overlook that and get me in. Worst case scenario, I could get a cup of tea and then walk away. But I did. I stuck around and I sat in the front, and I remember asking Julie, should I, is this okay? And she was like, yeah, it's fine. But it's a great lesson, because had I not stuck around, I would not have seen how amazing it is when people come together and collaborate. Because now that I think about it, it would be a dull and insipid and miserable world if we were all the same. We need people who are different, engineers, thinkers, IT specialists, socialists, people who are there. Because the worst thing you need is technology that is over there, but it doesn't meet any of the needs of the people. So you need the people to bring their needs forward, and then the IT people to make it happen, so that there's a meeting ground. And I got to see that at the hackathon. I got to see that with ideas and young people, because they have all this energy. So that was a lesson learned, that there are many different people. And I think that these competitions that are there are great because they found the formula. The formula is that if you put enough pressure and you put enough incentives and you put a whole bunch of different people in the room, it eventually works out. Because the pressure means that they stop focusing on their differences, but they work towards the goal. And that's what Vuyo was right. Their group had tremendous challenges. But at the end of it all, they presented. They got it together and they presented. So they focus more on the goal. And it's a short period of time, there's a lot of pressure, you have to perform at your best and put your best foot forward. So it was a great experience, and we got to participate in all of the challenges. And I was in the group Worker B with my partner there, please wave for them so that they can see you, Dalisu, and we had the great fortune of winning most of the prizes. All of them. So, thank you for that. I would like to extend a great deal of gratitude to Julie and Aurelia. When things get really bad, really bad, and you feel like things are not coming together, remember this day when I tell you we really appreciate your support, just your presence sometimes in meetings, or the fact that Aurelia expects the best of us is amazing. So Julie and Aurelia and the team that is putting us together, I really do appreciate this. Lesson 3, sorry, there's a bit here. One last one. I realized that the whole process, the hackathon, the enterprise challenge, the summit, it puts people like today, where there's an opportunity to network, to meet different people, to know what people are doing, not to reinvent the wheel, but to build on existing knowledge and make it even better. But once you find that spark of genius, if you do something and you do it well, and you do it many times, you'll find a spark of genius. When you do capitalize on that spark of genius, you find opportunities to network and to build on that. So that was another lesson that I've learned. And I hope that this year will be bigger and better, and the participants will be more braver and fiercer and faster and better and more pressured and have better incentives than we did. So thank you.